It's been a while since we've just done a get ready with me, so let's do that today. Also, you might notice this is a little bit different of a background. I actually moved the couch into my film room, and we have some PR boxes over here. You can see Pikachu over there. I have my Scream Cleaver pillow on this couch, and we're just gonna do a get ready with me because I brought all my makeup over here, so let's do it. It was really about time that I changed some stuff around and gave myself a little bit better of a background for my YouTube channel because sitting on the floor is just not ideal. So I wanted to do something a little different, and we weren't using the couch anyway, so it's in here now. I am just gonna scooch you in a little closer so we can actually see what I'm doing. I am just using my Melt Clear Brow Gel and going to first run this through the brows, and then I'm going to use their Universal Brow Pen to fill in. Another reason I really wanted to change up things, it looks like with how the economy is right now, we're going to be in this apartment another year. So I'm really just trying to make the most of it and what little space we have and just try to make it look better. Also, this is pretty much how I do my brows every day. I use some form of Stronghold brow gel, let it dry in my brows how I want them to lay, and then use a brow pen and just start filling in. That's what we get. Now, before we get too far into this, I am going to hydrate my lips. We're going to use the Lord of the Rings and Glam Light lip mask. This has like a weird little applicator, but I love it. And it's very minty, but it feels so nice on the lips. I also love the keychain aspect to this. That is amazing. You can clip it onto your keys, your purse, whatever. And honestly, my focus today is not using a bunch of new products, just stuff I already had laying around and creating a really nice dark look and like a cherry cola lip. So that is the plan for today. Now that we have the black eyeliner on, I am going to move to my base, and we're going to start with this Milk Primer. Actually, this is their Pore Eclipse Primer. If you have oily skin, this is amazing. Again, this product has been out for a minute now, but it's newer to me, and I have used it quite a bit. And every foundation I've used it with, it has paired nicely. So we're using it again. I definitely want to add more stuff to this background. Right now it's just, my Glam Light PR boxes and stuff. But as the space evolves, there will be more exciting things in the background as well. This just is something for right now because I literally just threw this together today. Maybelline Lumi Matte. I know you can't see this, but there is now foundation all over the couch because it decided to squirt out everywhere. It's all the way up my arm. I was gonna say the drugstores really stepped it up on their foundations and then proceeded to get it everywhere. But it is still a really nice foundation at the drugstore that isn't going to break the bank. And if you have oily skin, again, this is a good one, but I do know dry girls that use this and they still love it. Also, the lighting situation is a little bit different because this side of the room I never film in. It's always the other side of the room, like straight across from me. That's where I normally film, and the camera faces this way. So over here, it's a little weird. A little echoey too. You already know. Tower 28 concealer. Like, do I need to stay here long? Probably not, because you guys have seen me use this so many times at this point. I am obsessed. I think obsessed is an understatement. Desert island scenario and one concealer for the rest of my life. That is what I am picking. I don't care. It is a $22 concealer. It is not like the cheapest thing on the market, but it is worth every penny. Another oldie but a goodie, this Milani Cream Bronzer. I have the shade Hey Honey. And it's kind of like a neutral bronzer. It's not too cool, it's not too warm. This is great for when you're wearing smoky eyes and you don't want something super warm on your face. As you can see here, it's not too warm, but it still adds a little something. Now, I had a theory last night when I was coming up with this video idea of mixing these two matte blushes together. I have the Cream Blush Light and Honey Thief, and then I'm going to top it with the Powder Blush Light in Lynx. Let me tell you, this did something, and I have to have it on my face right now. So let's go ahead and start with Honey Thief. This color, gorgeous, and you really don't need that much. This is probably too much. Like, it's pigmented. Not gonna lie, she is pigmented, but we definitely want those pinky tones to show through once we put Lynx on top, because that's more of a neutral kind of bronzy. It's kind of like a bronzer, like a blush bronzer type situation. So pretty on its own. Let's go ahead and set the face. And to do so, I'm using the One Size translucent setting powder, another just great powder. Ugh, these products are bringing me back. I just want to use what I have. I need to stop buying so much makeup, and I think doing videos like this reminds me of good products I already have in my collection. I am going to set my whole face. I am going to try to avoid the blush area just so I can put that powder blush directly over it and they mix a little better. And as you can see, the eyeliner got a little smudgy and smoky. Not worried about it. I actually wanted that effect. That is why I did the eyeliner before my base. Just a little lifey hack that I learned accidentally, but really comes in clutch for smoky eyes. Taking this Glam Light Nightmare on Elm Street collection brush now, and Lynx, are you ready? That was a little much, but you kind of get the idea. Yes, and I think this is gonna look so good with a smoky eye too. Now, this product came in a little busted, but it's from Flower Nose Beauty. You can see the shade is broken here. This shade was completely broken, and I tried to repress it, but now that I did, not a whole lot of pigment comes off. I guess I pressed it a little too hard. But with the slightly broken contour shade, I'm going to use that to chisel out my nose in this tiny Profusion brush. I did this yesterday and fell in love. I think love is an understatement. Obviously, it's gonna look a little harsh at first, but just trust the process. And then obviously take whatever powder is left on your puff and just really press it into the nose so it doesn't look as harsh. Yes, and then once you add highlighter to this, so snatched. For highlighter, I am using the Rare Beauty and Exhilarate. I have not been able to put this down. I am so obsessed with it, and I think it's gonna go great with this blush combo. Again, trust the process on the contour, and I don't know why it looks so harsh in the camera. In real life, it really does not look that intense. Camera, pretty intense. Real life, I promise it's not. Now for the cheeks. That's what I'm talking about. Now for the eyes, I pulled out all kinds of melt stuff. I do want something dark and smoky, but I still want like a cherry cola lip because I tried out that lip combo yesterday too. Oh my god, you guys are gonna be in love. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with the liquid eyeshadow and base in Night Swim, which is just the black shade here. It's gonna look messy, but just trust the process. Now taking Fatally Yours 2, which is the Melt and Bailey Sarian collab. I love, love, love this color story. We're gonna start with Crimson, which is the dark matte red in the palette. And again, trust the process. I am going to take this and start diffusing the edges of the black that we just put down. Obviously, it's not going to blend perfectly. You're going to end up taking a little bit of that black shadow as well and finishing the blend, but this is going to start it. I lied. That's actually blending quite nicely. It just takes a little more work if you're not going to add in a black powdered shadow, but it's not bad. I think I am going to take a touch of the black shadow just on this outer portion, just to give it a little more depth, like that. Now I do want to add a little more red to this look. We're going in with the Melt and Bailey Sarian red eyeliner here in Scarlet. This is gorgeous. I'm taking this on the lower lash line. I'm just taking this little small Glam Light brush here to do so. And that's probably enough for both eyes, honestly. That's how much I picked up. And we're just going to smoke this underneath and add an more intense red to this look. I like that. Honestly, could leave it like this. It doesn't look bad like this, but that's not my style. You know, I like a little more glitz and glam. So we are definitely going to use this silver on the inner corner. I really want to find a place to put fiery. Let's figure that out. So obviously on the inner corner, and then you know I like to wrap it around on this inner portion of the lower lash line as well. I love how that looks. I also love to mix warm and cool tones. It just gives a look more dimension. Now let's go ahead and take Fiery, which is our shimmery red shade, which looks like so. And I'm going to take this and lightly start tapping this onto the lid area. I don't want it to be too intense, but enough. I'm just keeping it on this inner portion and letting it fade out into that black. Let's go ahead and move into this lip combo because I'm obsessed. These again are all Melt products. I have the lip liner in the shade Caffeine, which is a dark brown, and two of the Melt and Bailey Sarian collections. I have the first collab and the second here. So the first lipstick is Hemlock from the first collection, and then we also have Julia from the second collection. If you have these in your collection, definitely try this lip combo and let me know what you think. Or if you have similar shades in your collection, because I mean it's browns and reds, I'm sure you can find something like that. Let me know what you think about this. All right, we are lined. Now I'm taking Hemlock, which is kind of like a reddish brown shade here. I'm going to use this kind of over top of the lip liner, kind of smudging it out a little. Like so. Now we're going to take Julia, which is a bright like cherry red, right in the center. I'm going to finish up this look and be right back. I just did a little eyeliner and we are packing on the mascara. I decided not to do lashes. This is definitely a look for the girls that like to wear a lot of makeup. But here is the finished look. Again, if you do not like a lot of makeup, this is not going to be for you, but obviously I like to wear a lot of makeup. And it's been a minute since I've done like a red and black smoky eye like this. So I thought it was about time to pull out that palette and do another one. But definitely let me know in the comments if you like this style of video. What do we think about the background situation? Do we like the couch? Do we not like the couch? Do we want me to sit back on the floor? We'll have to figure out the lighting situation because it's not the best right now. It definitely can be better. But I really like how this look came out today. So yeah, definitely let me know down in the comments what we are thinking about all these things, and definitely like and subscribe before you leave if you like makeup content, because I do a bunch of different tutorials, random eyeshadow palette challenges, unboxings, all kinds of fun stuff over here. So again, like and subscribe before you leave, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.